Seperti mana juga
Naik
sedekah
harga
tidak
minyak
wajar
ni
diambil
tak
manfaat
juga.
Kita dah buat keputusan. Kita sampaikan.
Karena negara terhimpit dengan bebanan hutang dan asas hasil yang rendah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. My name is Inta Marina Auza binti Monso, and I'm going to be the first person or the first presenter going to introduce you to our topic of the day. So our main topic is directly related to subsidies. So what is subsidies? Subsidies is considered as one of the incentive from the government to encourage seller or producer to produce more, as it gradually reduce the cost of production. And subsidies could also be given to both consumer and producer. So what is going on with the subsidies and why it has become an issue? The article that we picked is why Malaysia government received backlash for subsidy revamp. Most of you must be wondering what actually happened and what did the government do that they uproar the citizens. For a brief explanation, Malaysian government has decided to give subsidies to every Malaysian citizen, and they don't even consider the fact that there are three groups, which is T20, B40 and M40. And at some point, B40 group felt a hint of unfairness because they think or they consider that the T20 group shouldn't be receiving the subsidies because they are obviously financially stable to actually pay the price of diesel fuel without receiving the subsidies. And it has become an issue since the B40 group voices out their opinion. At the end, the issue came up on news and it caused quite of uproar in Malaysia. I'm going to give the next explanation to my friends, which is Iris Atira, for further details.
Next, we proceed to the discussion based on the microeconomic theory. The situation that occurs the subsidy in petrol actually related to the microeconomics theory, which is related to the subsidies in chapter 3 and also in chapter 4 that we learn in microeconomics. For your information, subsidies are one of the determinants of supply that may affect supply curve, cause the supply curve shift upward or shift to the right. Other than that, subsidy also may cause the cost of production decrease, supply will increase, equilibrium price will decrease, and equilibrium quantity will increase. Furthermore, not only the producer but the consumer also can enjoy the subsidy that given by the government. Firstly, let's see how subsidies may affect the equilibrium price and output. As you can see, there's a graph provided that shows effect of subsidies on equilibrium price and output after government provides subsidy of RM71 cent per litre of petrol. So based on the graph, we can conclude that with subsidies, supply will increase and shift the supply curve to the right from S0 to S1. So the curve moved by the amount of subsidy RM71 cent, that from RM2 ringgit 76 cent to 2 ringgit 5 cent. And the equilibrium price decreased from 2 ringgit 5 cent to 1 ringgit 34 cents per liters, and equilibrium output increased from 30 million liters to 40 million liters per day.
Next, Aiman Hakim, will be elaborating about the factor and barrier caused by the full subsidy and government intervention of handling the situation. The government had used subsidy occasionally to support our economic need, either if it's basic need or luxury need. It's also helped us in the inflation our country is currently facing. However, recently an issue has arisen in our country and caused an uproar in our country. We can say it happened because of a few factors. There been a leakage from our country across the neighboring country. Malaysia second Finance Minister Amir Hamzah Azizan said, "We are doing this because the leakage across our border is huge." According to Channel New Asia, as harmless as it seems, they usually did this by selling the fuel in a higher price than the original price to the non-citizen across our border after bought it from the typical local fuel station. This is not only prohibited by our country, this will also lead to the discrimination of other nationality as well and put a bad image on our country. This can affect Malaysia's economy like tourism in the long run. What caused some citizens to behave like this? This behavior had been developed by some citizens because the subsidies had been benefited by every income class in our country. The rich one able to monopolize the subsidized fuel by using their wealth and sell it to non-citizens. And because of this reason, the government had created a solution for this problem. The government had created a flexible framework of the fuel subsidy, or also known as flex fuel. This framework can help the government to classify every citizen to a respective category and help the government control the amounts of subsidies given to an individual for more accurate measurements. Next up, I will give my presentation to my colleague named Shafi Hakimi.
Next, conclusion. The issue of economic subsidy in Malaysia is a complex and multifaceted challenge. While subsidies have historically played a critical role in stabilizing prices, supporting vulnerable groups and driving economic growth, they have also led to unintended consequences such as fiscal strain, resource misallocation, and dependency. To address this issue, the Malaysian government must strike a balance between maintaining social welfare and ensuring sustainable economic development. This could involve target subsidy for the most vulnerable populations, gradual subsidy rationalization to reduce fiscal burdens, and the investment of savings into productive sectors such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Effective communication and public engagement are essential to gain support and ensure transparency throughout the reform process. In conclusion, while subsidy remain a necessary tool for social equity, Malaysia needs a more efficient, equitable, and sustainable subsidy framework to address current economic challenges and secure long-term growth.